Have you ever felt like you're living a life that doesn't truly belong to you? Like you're merely an actor playing a role in someone else's script, all in pursuit of a standing ovation that never seems to come? This is the reality for Jamie, a vibrant spirit with a passion for creativity, who finds themselves caught in the relentless cycle of seeking approval from others. Every morning, Jamie wakes up, ready to seize the day. But as they scroll through social media, a familiar sense of dread washes over them. The perfectly curated images of friends and influencers flood their feed, each one a stark reminder of what they feel they lack: beauty, confidence, success. The likes and comments that light up their phone screen seem to offer fleeting moments of joy, but underneath it all lies an aching emptiness, a gnawing realization that this relentless chase is leading them further away from their true self. As Jamie grapples with these feelings, they often reflect on the high school years spent striving for perfection. Each report card, each dance recital, every art project carefully crafted to garner applause and validation. Yet, as time passes, the thrill of those accolades fades, replaced by an overwhelming sense of disconnection from who they really are. The quest for approval has morphed into an exhausting battle, draining the joy out of their passions and leaving them feeling like a shadow of their former self. One evening, after another day of grappling with self-doubt, Jamie stares at their unfinished canvas. A beautiful landscape that had once sparked excitement, but now the colors blend into a murky gray, mirroring the feelings of inadequacy that swirl within. It's in this moment of frustration that Jamie has a revelation. Perhaps the pursuit of others' approval has clouded their vision, blurring the lines between who they are and who they think they should be. What if there's a way to reclaim that vibrant energy, to rediscover the joy of creating for the sake of creation itself, rather than for the applause of an audience? As Jamie contemplates this shift, a glimmer of hope emerges, a realization that self-acceptance might be the key to unlocking a more authentic existence. This video isn't just about Jamie's struggles. It's an invitation for you to reflect on your own journey. Are you chasing someone else's dream at the expense of your own happiness? Join Jamie as they embark on a path toward reclaiming their narrative, embracing vulnerability, and rediscovering the beauty of authenticity. Let's explore this together and discover what it truly means to live life on our own terms. As Jamie embarks on this transformative journey, they find themselves standing at a crossroads, confronted with a choice. Continue down the familiar path of seeking validation, or take a bold step into the unknown territory of self-discovery. The fear of judgment looms large, but there's an undeniable flicker of curiosity sparking within. Jamie recalls a moment from their childhood, a time when creativity flowed freely, untainted by the expectations of others. They remember painting in the backyard, the sun warm on their skin, every brushstroke an expression of pure joy. In those moments, the world faded away, and it was just Jamie and the canvas, lost in a realm where only imagination mattered. Driven by a newfound determination, Jamie decides to take action. They pull out their paintbrushes and gather their art supplies, determined to rediscover that childhood magic. However, as they sit down to paint, a familiar wave of doubt washes over them. What if it's not good enough? What if no one cares? But amidst the chaos of these thoughts, Jamie takes a deep breath, reminding themselves that this journey isn't about impressing anyone. It's about reclaiming their passion for art and allowing it to flow without restrictions. Gradually, Jamie begins to feel the weight of expectations lift, and with each stroke of the brush, a sense of liberation washes over them. The colors blend and dance on the canvas, each hue telling a story of exploration and authenticity. They paint not for likes, not for approval, but for the simple joy of creation. And in that moment, Jamie realizes that the act of creating itself is a profound act of self-acceptance, a declaration that their voice matters, regardless of external validation. However, the journey isn't without its challenges. As Jamie navigates this new path, they still grapple with lingering fears and insecurities. What if others don't understand their art? What if they face criticism or rejection? But then Jamie remembers the words of Lila, the artist they had met during a community event. Lila had emphasized the importance of creating a space where people could share their truths without fear. Inspired by this, Jamie begins to envision a community where authenticity thrives. A space where individuals can come together to express themselves freely and connect over shared experiences. Fueled by this vision, Jamie reaches out to friends and fellow artists, inviting them to join in a collaborative project. An art showcase that celebrates individuality and the beauty of imperfection. As they share this idea, Jamie feels a rush of excitement mingled with apprehension. What if no one shows up? What if they're met with indifference? But amidst these fears, a deeper longing emerges. The desire to foster connection and create a space where others can embrace their true selves, just as Jamie is learning to do. As word spreads about the upcoming showcase, Jamie receives an overwhelming wave of support. Friends share the event on social media, and local artists express their enthusiasm to participate. With each new commitment, Jamie's heart swells with gratitude, realizing that the desire for connection and authenticity resonates far beyond their own experience. Together, they're crafting a tapestry of stories where vulnerability is not just welcomed, but celebrated. As the day of the art showcase approaches, Jamie's excitement intensifies. They spend countless hours preparing, arranging the space, and curating artworks that embody the essence of authenticity. But amidst the thrill, a nagging voice whispers doubts. What if the event flops? What if they've misjudged the community's interest? Yet Jamie pushes through these uncertainties, reminding themselves that this journey is about more than a successful event. It's about creating a platform for voices that often go unheard. Finally, the day arrives. The sun shines brightly as the community gathers, filling the space with laughter and anticipation. Jamie stands at the entrance, heart racing, as they watch people mingle and admire the artwork on display. The air buzzes with excitement, each piece telling a unique story of struggle, triumph, and the journey toward self-acceptance. Jamie feels a wave of joy wash over them, realizing that this event is not just a showcase of art, but a celebration of authenticity, a gathering of souls united by their shared experiences. As Jamie walks through the crowd, they overhear conversations that echo their own struggles, feelings of inadequacy, and the desire to break free from societal expectations. One participant, a young woman named Mia, shares her story of battling body image issues, while another, Alex, opens up about the pressures of academic success. In these moments, Jamie feels a deep sense of connection, a reminder that they are not alone in this journey. The art showcase becomes a sanctuary of shared vulnerability, where individuals find solace in each other's stories, each one a thread woven into the fabric of the community. By the end of the night, Jamie feels an overwhelming sense of fulfillment. The art showcase has exceeded their expectations, igniting conversations that matter and forging connections that transcend superficial validation. As they clean up the space, Jamie reflects on the profound impact of embracing authenticity, recognizing that by creating a platform for others, they've also found their voice. This journey of self-acceptance has transformed not just Jamie, but the entire community, a collective awakening to the power of vulnerability and the beauty of being unapologetically oneself. As Jamie takes a moment to absorb the success of the art showcase, they can't help but feel a rush of gratitude for the connections forged that night. The energy in the room was palpable, with laughter and heartfelt conversations echoing off the walls. Jamie realizes that the magic of the event lies not just in the art displayed, but in the stories shared, the shared human experience of vulnerability and resilience. Inspired by this realization, they begin to think about how to sustain this newfound community, how to keep the conversations going beyond one night of celebration. With a heart full of purpose, Jamie decides to launch a series of monthly workshops that will provide a safe haven for open dialogue and creative expression. They envision these workshops as opportunities for participants to explore not only their artistic sides, but also their emotional landscapes. Jamie envisions inviting local artists, mental health advocates, and speakers who can share their expertise and experiences, helping to deepen the understanding of the complexities surrounding self-acceptance and mental health. The aim is to create an ongoing space for learning, healing, and connection, a nurturing environment where everyone can come together to grow. As Jamie sits down to draft the workshop plans, a wave of excitement rushes over them. Each workshop will focus on different themes: self-compassion, body positivity, the influence of social media, and the importance of storytelling. They want to provide participants with tools and strategies to navigate their own journeys towards self-acceptance, empowering them to reclaim their narratives and build a strong sense of community. Jamie pours their heart into the planning, crafting engaging activities that encourage collaboration, creativity, and open dialogue. However, as the planning progresses, Jamie is not immune to self-doubt. What if the workshops don't resonate with people? What if they fail to create the safe space they envision? These thoughts creep in, but Jamie recognizes them as remnants of their past, echoes of the insecurities they are striving to overcome. They remind themselves that vulnerability is not about perfection. It's about showing up authentically and creating an environment where others feel encouraged to do the same. Jamie resolves to approach the workshops with the same mindset that fueled their art showcase, to embrace the unknown and lean into the journey, regardless of the outcome. The first workshop, themed Finding Your Voice Through Art, is set to take place in a week. Jamie promotes the event through social media, reaching out to the community and encouraging word-of-mouth sharing. The excitement builds as people respond with enthusiasm, and Jamie begins to feel a buzz of anticipation mixed with anxiety. What if they stumble over their words? What if the participants feel uncomfortable sharing their stories? Despite these fears, Jamie reminds themselves of the purpose behind these workshops, the mission to create a community that values authenticity and support. On the day of the workshop, the studio is adorned with colorful art supplies, and the atmosphere buzzes with energy. Participants begin to trickle in, some familiar faces from the art showcase, and others who are new to the community. Jamie welcomes everyone warmly, sensing a mix of nervousness and eagerness in the room. They start by sharing their own journey of self-discovery, setting the tone for the workshop as a safe space for openness and vulnerability. As Jamie speaks, they notice the participants leaning in, nodding, their expressions filled with understanding. After the introduction, Jamie invites everyone to engage in a collaborative art activity designed to break the ice. They encourage participants to create a piece that represents their unique stories, an abstract interpretation of their feelings, dreams, or challenges. The room fills with laughter, chatter, and the sound of paintbrushes dancing on canvases. Jamie watches in awe as participants immerse themselves in the process, their initial hesitations melting away. As the activity progresses, Jamie circulates around the room, engaging with participants and encouraging them to share their thoughts. One woman, Tara, reveals that she struggled with anxiety and self-doubt for years. She expresses how the act of painting has become a therapeutic outlet, allowing her to explore emotions she often feels too afraid to voice. Jamie listens intently, grateful for the opportunity to witness this moment of connection. They remind Tara that her feelings are valid and that art can serve as a powerful tool for self-exploration and healing. The workshop continues, weaving together stories of triumph and struggle, creating an atmosphere rich with empathy and understanding. Jamie is moved by the bravery of each participant, recognizing that vulnerability is a shared experience. As the sun begins to set, casting a warm glow across the studio, Jamie invites everyone to gather in a circle for a closing discussion. They encourage participants to share insights from the workshop, highlighting the importance of community in the journey toward self-acceptance. One by one, voices fill the room, sharing reflections on the power of storytelling and the beauty of embracing imperfections. Jamie feels an overwhelming sense of joy as they witness the impact of creating this space. A place where individuals feel empowered to be their true selves, free from judgment and expectation. By the end of the workshop, Jamie knows they've begun to cultivate something truly special. A community of individuals united in their quest for authenticity and self-love. As participants begin to leave, Jamie is approached by several attendees who express their gratitude for the safe space created. They share how the workshop has inspired them to explore their own stories further, igniting a spark of creativity and self-acceptance. Jamie's heart swells with fulfillment, knowing that they are not only finding their voice, but also encouraging others to do the same. It's a reminder that when individuals come together, magic can happen. A collective journey toward healing and empowerment, one brushstroke at a time. The success of the first workshop fuels Jamie's passion, igniting a fire within to continue building this community dedicated to authenticity and self-acceptance. As they reflect on the evening, Jamie realizes that every story shared, every brushstroke applied, has the power to create ripples of change. They feel invigorated, determined to foster deeper connections, and provide even more opportunities for individuals to explore their true selves. But with this newfound responsibility comes a pressing question. How can they ensure that this community remains a safe haven for all? Drawing inspiration from the participants' stories, Jamie decides to create a mentorship program that pairs experienced individuals with newcomers seeking guidance on their journeys of self-discovery. This initiative aims to cultivate lasting connections and empower individuals to navigate their unique paths toward self-acceptance. Jamie believes that mentorship can play a vital role in healing, providing a framework for individuals to share experiences and support one another. To kick off the program, Jamie reaches out to community members who have shown a strong commitment to authenticity and vulnerability. They organize a meeting to brainstorm ideas and discuss how best to structure the mentorship experience. As Jamie sits at the table with fellow artists and advocates, a sense of camaraderie fills the room. Everyone shares their thoughts on what mentorship means to them, discussing the importance of fostering a supportive environment where individuals can share their struggles and triumphs without fear of judgment. The group collectively decides to host an introductory session for potential mentees, allowing them to learn about the program, ask questions, and connect with mentors. Jamie is excited yet nervous, aware that the success of the program hinges on creating a warm and welcoming atmosphere. They work tirelessly to prepare materials that emphasize the values of the mentorship program: empathy, active listening, and the power of shared stories. Jamie knows that the foundation of mentorship lies in trust and understanding, and they want to ensure everyone feels empowered to take part. On the day of the introductory session, Jamie decorates the meeting space with vibrant artwork and uplifting quotes that promote self-acceptance. As participants arrive, they are greeted with warm smiles and genuine enthusiasm. Jamie opens the session by sharing their own journey, highlighting how mentorship has been instrumental in their life and how it can positively impact the community. They emphasize that this program is not about providing all the answers, but rather about walking alongside one another, sharing insights and encouragement. As the session progresses, Jamie facilitates a group discussion, encouraging participants to share their hopes and expectations for the mentorship program. The room buzzes with excitement as people express their desire for guidance, connection, and the opportunity to explore their creativity. One young woman named Chloe bravely shares her struggles with self-esteem, revealing that she's always felt like an outsider. Her vulnerability resonates with many, and Jamie sees the power of shared experience unfolding before them. At the end of the session, Jamie pairs mentees with mentors based on shared interests and experiences. They feel a sense of fulfillment as they witness the connections forming, knowing that these relationships will serve as a lifeline for those seeking guidance and support. The introductory session concludes with an open invitation for participants to stay connected, fostering an environment where ongoing dialogue can flourish. In the weeks that follow, Jamie dedicates time to nurturing these mentor-mentee relationships, facilitating check-ins and creating opportunities for further connection. They organize small group gatherings where mentors and mentees can come together to share their progress, celebrate achievements, and address challenges. Jamie is thrilled to see the growth of each individual as they navigate their unique paths, and they feel a profound sense of purpose in being part of this transformative journey. One day, while preparing for a gathering, Jamie receives a heartfelt message from Chloe. She expresses her gratitude for the mentorship program and shares how she has begun to explore her creative side through writing. Chloe explains that she had always held back, fearing her words weren't worthy of being shared. But through the encouragement of her mentor and the support of the community, she has found the courage to express herself authentically. Jamie feels tears prick at the corners of their eyes, overwhelmed by the impact of the program. As the next gathering approaches, Jamie reflects on the profound transformations they've witnessed within the community. They realize that the power of vulnerability has created a safe space where individuals feel seen, heard, and valued. This journey has illuminated the truth that every story matters, every voice deserves to be celebrated, and that by coming together, people can create a tapestry of resilience that uplifts everyone. With renewed energy, Jamie plans to host a themed event celebrating the stories shared within the mentorship program. They envision an evening of storytelling, art, and connection, a night where participants can showcase their work and share their journeys. Jamie knows that by providing a platform for these voices, they will inspire others to embrace their own narratives and empower them to continue the journey toward self-acceptance. The event is set for a month later, and the excitement is palpable. Jamie feels a sense of responsibility to honor the stories that have been shared and the connections that have formed. They dive headfirst into planning, collaborating with participants to create a program that showcases the diversity of experiences within the community. As they work alongside their fellow artists and mentors, Jamie is reminded once again of the incredible strength that emerges when individuals come together to support one another on their paths to authenticity. As the day of the storytelling event draws closer, Jamie finds themselves buzzing with excitement and nervous energy. They want this evening to be a celebration, not just of art and creativity, but of the brave voices that have emerged from their mentorship program. They envision the space transformed into a vibrant gallery, each piece of artwork paired with a story that illuminates the artist's journey. The anticipation builds as participants begin preparing their presentations, sharing snippets of their work, and discussing their growth. In the days leading up to the event, Jamie is deeply moved by the dedication and courage displayed by everyone involved. Chloe, for instance, has written a series of heartfelt poems that she's excited to share, expressing feelings of isolation and the journey towards self-love. Jamie remembers when Chloe first joined the program, her hesitance, her self-doubt, and now witnessing her evolution is nothing short of awe-inspiring. Another participant, Mark, shares his plans to create a mural that encapsulates the struggles and victories of the community, highlighting the power of collective storytelling. Jamie encourages him to let his creativity flow, reminding him that the beauty of art lies in its ability to connect deeply with others. On the evening of the event, the venue is adorned with colorful banners, artwork, and dim lighting that creates a cozy, inviting atmosphere. Jamie takes a moment to breathe, grounding themselves in the purpose of the gathering, to celebrate authenticity and the power of shared experiences. As guests begin to arrive, Jamie greets them with genuine warmth, feeling the energy shift in the room as laughter and conversation fill the air. The event kicks off with an opening speech from Jamie, who expresses gratitude to everyone who has supported the community, emphasizing how each individual's story contributes to the richness of the tapestry they've woven together. Jamie encourages participants to embrace their vulnerability and reminds them that sharing their truth is an act of bravery. The room erupts in applause, and Jamie feels a wave of emotion wash over them, grateful for this incredible journey. As the evening unfolds, one by one, participants take the stage to share their stories and showcase their art. Chloe goes first, her hands trembling slightly as she steps up to the mic. Jamie watches intently, holding their breath as Chloe begins to read her poetry. Her words resonate in the room, raw and poignant, capturing the essence of her journey from self-doubt to self-acceptance. As she speaks about the struggle to find her voice, Jamie can see tears in the eyes of those listening, reflecting the power of shared vulnerability. Next, Mark reveals his mural, a breathtaking representation of their collective struggles and triumphs. The audience gazes in awe at the vibrant colors and intricate details that tell a story of resilience. Mark shares the inspiration behind each section, explaining how art has allowed him to process his emotions and connect with others on a deeper level. Jamie beams with pride, witnessing how art can serve as a bridge, linking hearts and minds in profound ways. As the night progresses, other participants take the stage, each story weaving into the fabric of the evening. One participant named Arya, who has been exploring her identity through painting, shares how she found the courage to embrace her truth, despite societal pressures. She recounts moments of doubt and fear, but also the elation of discovering her authentic self. Jamie feels a lump in their throat as they listen, realizing how far Arya has come on her journey. Amidst the storytelling, Jamie watches as connections deepen between participants. They see people exchanging contact information, forming bonds over shared experiences, and offering support to one another. It's a beautiful reminder that this community is thriving, creating a safe space where individuals feel empowered to share their truths. As the event nears its conclusion, Jamie invites everyone to participate in a collective art project. They provide large canvases, paints, and brushes, encouraging everyone to contribute their own artistic expression to a communal piece. The idea is to create a collaborative mural that symbolizes their collective journey toward self-acceptance. As participants join in, laughter and excitement fill the room, the atmosphere charged with creativity. Jamie steps back, watching as individuals, some shy, some bold, dive into the act of creating together. They can feel the energy shift, a sense of unity forming as colors blend and brushstrokes collide. In this shared moment, the power of vulnerability manifests into something tangible, a testament to the beauty of collaboration and the importance of community. As the last strokes are made, Jamie looks at the mural, a vibrant tapestry that encapsulates the essence of their journey. It's a visual representation of the stories shared, the struggles faced, and the triumphs celebrated. Jamie feels an overwhelming sense of pride, realizing that they have fostered not just an event, but a movement, a ripple effect of courage, connection, and authenticity. As the night comes to a close, Jamie gathers everyone for a final circle. They express gratitude for the bravery displayed by each participant, recognizing that it takes immense courage to share one story. Jamie encourages everyone to carry this newfound energy into their lives, to continue embracing their truths and supporting one another beyond the confines of this gathering. They close the evening with a call to action. Let this be the beginning of our journey together. Continue to lift each other up, celebrate your authenticity, and remember that you are never alone. As guests begin to leave, Jamie feels a profound sense of fulfillment. The event has not only showcased the power of art and storytelling, but has solidified a sense of community that will continue to thrive. Jamie knows that the journey toward self-acceptance is ongoing, and they are excited to see how each individual will continue to grow and evolve, carrying the spirit of this night into their everyday lives. In the weeks following the storytelling event, Jamie finds themselves swept up in a wave of excitement and energy. The community is abuzz with creativity, with participants sharing updates about their artistic endeavors and personal growth. The mentorship program has blossomed, with mentors and mentees reporting incredible progress. Jamie's heart swells with pride as they witness the impact of the space they've cultivated, a place where authenticity thrives and connection is cherished. However, as the excitement builds, Jamie also feels the weight of responsibility. They recognize that maintaining this momentum requires intention and effort. They set aside time to reflect on the journey so far and to strategize how to continue supporting their community. In a moment of clarity, Jamie understands that the key lies in fostering an environment where individuals feel empowered to take ownership of their stories and their growth. With this in mind, Jamie decides to implement a community spotlight feature, a monthly initiative where different participants can share their journeys, art, or initiatives. This will provide a platform for voices to be heard and celebrated, reinforcing the idea that everyone has something valuable to contribute. Jamie drafts an outline for the first feature, eager to showcase the diverse talents and stories within the community. As the spotlight feature unfolds, Jamie is amazed by the variety of experiences shared. Participants take turns presenting their art and discussing their personal journeys, how they've navigated challenges, discovered their passions, and found solace in creativity. The stories are deeply moving and highlight the resilience and strength that exists within the community. Jamie feels a profound sense of gratitude for each person willing to step forward and share their truth. Amidst this growth, Jamie realizes that their own journey has been transformative as well. They've learned to embrace their vulnerabilities, allowing themselves to be open and honest with the community. This has deepened their connection with others and fostered a sense of belonging. Jamie feels a shift within themselves, a newfound confidence that empowers them to embrace their own creative pursuits without fear of judgment. Inspired by the collective journey, Jamie decides to explore their artistic voice more actively. They begin working on a series of paintings that reflect their own experiences with vulnerability and self-acceptance. With each brushstroke, Jamie pours their heart into the canvas, channeling their emotions and experiences into their art. It becomes a form of therapy, a way to express feelings that often feel too complex for words. As Jamie delves deeper into this creative process, they invite a few close friends from the community to join them for an art night. It's a casual gathering where everyone can unwind, create, and share ideas in a relaxed environment. Jamie sets up a cozy space with snacks, music, and plenty of art supplies, creating a welcoming atmosphere where creativity can flow freely. As the night unfolds, laughter fills the room, and Jamie feels an overwhelming sense of joy. They notice how everyone is engaging with one another, sharing tips, offering encouragement, and exchanging ideas. It's a beautiful reminder of the connections that have formed within the community and how art serves as a bridge, bringing people together. During a break, Jamie gathers everyone for an informal discussion about their artistic journeys. They open the floor for everyone to share their inspirations, challenges, and what art means to them. One participant, Lily, speaks candidly about her struggle with perfectionism and how it has held her back from fully expressing herself. Jamie nods in understanding, recognizing that many in the room share similar experiences. In that moment, Jamie realizes that vulnerability is not just about sharing success. It's also about acknowledging the challenges that come with the creative process. They encourage Lily to let go of the need for perfection and to embrace the beauty of imperfection in her art. Art is about the journey, not just the end result, Jamie reminds her. It's about expressing who you are in that moment, regardless of how it looks on the outside. Inspired by the discussion, Jamie suggests a group activity where everyone can create a piece of art that embraces imperfection. They provide canvases and paints, encouraging participants to let go of expectations and just create freely. The room fills with vibrant colors as individuals pour their hearts into their work, letting go of the pressure to create something perfect. As the night draws to a close, Jamie feels a sense of fulfillment wash over them. They've witnessed the magic that happens when people come together to share, create, and uplift one another. Jamie knows that this community has become a sanctuary for many, a space where authenticity is celebrated and vulnerability is embraced. Reflecting on the night, Jamie acknowledges that while the journey of self-acceptance is ongoing, the connections formed within the community provide a solid foundation for growth. They feel an overwhelming sense of gratitude for the individuals who have chosen to share their stories and art, knowing that together they are creating a movement rooted in love, acceptance, and creativity. As they clean up after the art night, Jamie's heart is full. They realize that this journey is not just about individual stories, but about the collective experience. The power of coming together to create a tapestry of resilience, creativity, and support. And in that moment, Jamie makes a silent promise to continue nurturing this community, to keep fostering connections that uplift and empower, and to embrace their own journey with open arms. As the months roll on, the sense of community continues to grow, and Jamie feels a deepening connection with each participant. They've witnessed remarkable transformations, individuals stepping into their power, exploring their creativity, and sharing their vulnerabilities without fear. Jamie's heart swells with pride, but beneath that pride lies a creeping sense of anxiety. With all this growth, how can they continue to support the community effectively? The question lingers in Jamie's mind, pushing them to innovate and adapt. In search of inspiration, Jamie takes a step back to evaluate the needs of the community. They reach out to participants for feedback, asking what has been most helpful and what could be improved. The responses pour in, revealing a desire for more structured workshops focused on specific skills, such as public speaking, art techniques, and self-care practices. Jamie takes note, realizing that they have the opportunity to not only nurture creativity, but also equip individuals with tools that empower them in all areas of life. With this feedback in mind, Jamie begins planning a series of themed workshops. The first workshop is centered around finding your voice, focusing on public speaking and storytelling. Jamie envisions a space where participants can practice sharing their stories in a supportive environment, helping them build confidence and refine their storytelling skills. They collaborate with a local speaker and coach, Alina, who specializes in helping individuals articulate their stories authentically. As the workshop day approaches, Jamie feels a mix of excitement and nerves. They've never organized anything of this scale before, and they hope the participants find it beneficial. On the morning of the event, Jamie arrives early to set up, arranging chairs in a circle and preparing materials. They can feel the energy in the room shifting as participants trickle in, each carrying their unique stories and experiences. Elena starts the workshop with an engaging icebreaker, encouraging everyone to share a fun fact about themselves. Laughter fills the room as participants connect over shared interests, and Jamie watches, feeling the warmth of camaraderie that has blossomed within the community. As the icebreaker wraps up, Elena dives into the core of the workshop, discussing the importance of storytelling and the power of vulnerability in connecting with others. Jamie's heart races as they watch participants lean in, captivated by Elena's words. They can see the spark igniting within individuals, the realization that their stories matter, that their voices deserve to be heard. Throughout the session, participants take turns practicing their storytelling techniques, offering each other constructive feedback and encouragement. Jamie feels a wave of pride wash over them, knowing they've created a space where people feel safe to express themselves. As the workshop progresses, Jamie is particularly moved by a young man named Sam, who has always been shy and reserved. Sam stands up to share his story for the first time, his voice trembling but filled with authenticity. He recounts a pivotal moment in his life when he overcame a significant challenge, revealing the vulnerability he's kept hidden for so long. Jamie's eyes fill with tears as they witness Sam's transformation, the courage it takes to share one's truth, and the support that envelops him from the group. The workshop culminates in a storytelling circle where participants share their narratives in a safe and supportive environment. Jamie feels honored to witness these moments of connection, vulnerability, and healing. They realize that this workshop is more than just about storytelling. It's about creating bonds that transcend individual experiences, bringing people together in a shared journey of growth. As the workshop concludes, Jamie gathers everyone to reflect on their experiences. They encourage participants to share how the workshop impacted them and what they plan to take away from it. The responses are heartfelt and inspiring. Sam expresses gratitude for the encouragement he received and vows to continue sharing his story. Chloe shares how the workshop helped her refine her poetry presentation skills, making her feel more confident in her artistic expression. Jamie feels a profound sense of fulfillment. They've not only provided a space for learning and growth, but have also witnessed the magic that happens when individuals come together to uplift and inspire one another. In that moment, Jamie understands that this community is more than just a gathering. It's a movement, an ongoing journey of connection, creativity, and self-discovery. With the success of the workshop fresh in their mind, Jamie is inspired to plan future events that continue to nurture creativity and authenticity. They brainstorm ideas for additional workshops, considering topics like self-care practices, art therapy, and even collaborative projects where participants can work together on larger pieces. Jamie envisions a future where the community can explore different facets of their identities and creativity, all while building deeper connections with one another. As they drive home after the workshop, Jamie reflects on the journey so far. They remember the initial hesitation, the doubts that clouded their vision, and the fear of inadequacy that once held them back. But now, seeing the blossoming community and the profound impact of their work fills them with a renewed sense of purpose. Jamie feels more committed than ever to this journey, understanding that their role is not only to guide others, but also to continue their own path of self-discovery and creativity. In the days that follow, Jamie continues to reach out to participants, gathering ideas and suggestions for future workshops. The feedback is overwhelmingly positive, with individuals expressing excitement about the prospect of exploring new themes and expanding their artistic practices. Jamie feels a surge of energy as they envision the possibilities ahead, a space where everyone can flourish, where authenticity is celebrated, and where creativity knows no bounds. They commit to making the next workshop even more interactive, incorporating elements like group brainstorming sessions and collaborative art projects. Jamie knows that by fostering an environment of collaboration and support, they can empower participants to explore their creativity and embrace their authentic selves even further. As they dive into planning, Jamie's heart brims with excitement for the journey that lies ahead. Confident that together, they are creating something truly special. With the excitement of the recent workshops still fresh, Jamie dives into planning the next event, eager to build on the momentum they've created. This time, they decide to focus on a theme that resonates deeply within the community: healing through art. The concept revolves around exploring the therapeutic aspects of creativity and how expressing emotions through art can facilitate healing. Jamie envisions an immersive experience where participants can explore various art forms, from painting to writing to performance, all aimed at nurturing emotional well-being. As Jamie develops the workshop outline, they reach out to local artists and mental health professionals for collaboration. One of the first to respond is Dr. Maya, a therapist who specializes in art therapy. Jamie is thrilled at the prospect of working with someone who understands the intersection of creativity and mental health. They set up a meeting to discuss how they can blend art and therapy into a transformative experience for participants. During their meeting, Jamie shares their vision for the workshop, highlighting the importance of creating a safe space for individuals to explore their emotions. Dr. Maya resonates with the idea and offers insights on integrating mindfulness practices into the workshop. She suggests starting each session with a grounding exercise, allowing participants to center themselves and connect with their feelings before diving into creative expression. Jamie is captivated by this idea and feels it will enhance the overall experience. As the workshop date approaches, Jamie pours their energy into promoting the event, creating flyers, and using social media to spread the word. They want to ensure that the community knows this workshop is a chance to explore personal stories and experiences through art, but also a space for healing and connection. As participants sign up, Jamie feels a mix of excitement and nervousness. Will they be able to create the safe and nurturing environment they envision? On the day of the workshop, Jamie arrives at the venue, greeted by the familiar buzz of anticipation. They set up the room, arranging materials, and creating inviting spaces for different art forms. As participants begin to arrive, Jamie greets each person with warmth and encouragement, sensing the eagerness in the air. It's a blend of nervous energy and excitement, a reflection of the emotional journey they're all about to embark on together. Dr. Maya opens the workshop with a grounding exercise, inviting everyone to close their eyes and focus on their breath. Jamie participates, feeling the room settle into a calm space as everyone connects with their inner selves. The gentle sound of Dr. Maya's voice guides them, urging participants to acknowledge any emotions they may be carrying. Jamie feels a wave of vulnerability wash over them. This is not just about facilitating a workshop, but also about allowing themselves to feel. Once the grounding exercise concludes, the workshop shifts into a series of art activities designed to explore emotions. Jamie introduces the first activity, inviting participants to create a piece that represents how they currently feel. They provide a variety of materials, paints, markers, and collage items, and encourage everyone to express themselves freely. The room fills with creativity as participants dive into their projects, lost in their thoughts and emotions. As Jamie moves through the room, they stop to check in on various participants. They notice Chloe pouring her heart into a painting, using bold colors that reflect her tumultuous emotions. When Jamie asks about her process, Chloe shares how painting allows her to express feelings she often struggles to articulate. "It's like I can say everything I can't find the words for," she explains, her eyes lighting up with passion. Jamie feels a sense of connection, recognizing the power of art to bridge the gap between emotions and expression. Meanwhile, Sam, who has continued to grow more confident since the last workshop, is working on a mixed media collage. He shares how he's using different materials to represent various aspects of his journey. Jamie admires Sam's creativity, encouraging him to explore the stories behind each piece he includes. Sam opens up about the importance of acknowledging both the light and dark moments in his life. Jamie feels a sense of gratitude for the courage Sam displays, and they're inspired by how art can be a vessel for healing. As the workshop progresses, Jamie introduces a group discussion, inviting participants to share their experiences and insights. They create a safe space for individuals to open up, emphasizing that sharing is optional and that there's no pressure to speak. The room hums with energy as participants begin to share their creations and the emotions behind them. Jamie listens intently, moved by the raw honesty in the room. One participant, Maya, shares her experience of using art to navigate her anxiety. She explains how drawing has become a form of meditation for her, a way to quiet her mind and focus on the present moment. "When I draw, it feels like everything else fades away, and I'm just left with my thoughts and feelings," she says, her voice steady yet filled with emotion. Jamie sees the impact of her words on others, heads nodding in agreement, eyes reflecting shared struggles. As the discussion continues, Jamie feels a powerful sense of unity in the room. They realize that everyone is on their own journey, but the act of sharing creates a sense of belonging, a reminder that they are not alone in their struggles. The workshop becomes a sacred space for vulnerability, a collective healing experience that nurtures the heart and soul. The final activity of the workshop involves creating a collaborative piece of art that represents the shared journey of healing. Jamie invites everyone to contribute their individual pieces to a large canvas, symbolizing their collective experiences and emotions. Participants begin to place their artworks together, creating a vibrant tapestry that embodies the beauty of their diverse stories. As they step back to admire the collaborative piece, Jamie feels overwhelmed with emotion. This mural represents not only the journey of each individual, but also the strength of the community they've built. It's a visual testament to the power of creativity as a means of healing, connection, and support. With the workshop wrapping up, Jamie gathers everyone for a closing circle, expressing gratitude for their bravery and willingness to share. They emphasize that the healing journey is ongoing and that the connections formed here are invaluable. Jamie encourages everyone to continue exploring their creativity and to reach out to one another beyond the workshop. As participants leave, Jamie feels a deep sense of fulfillment and hope. They know that the impact of this workshop will extend far beyond the walls of the venue, resonating in the hearts of those who attended. Jamie's commitment to fostering this community continues to strengthen, and they feel inspired to keep exploring new ways to support everyone on their journey of self-discovery and healing. As Jamie reflects on the success of the Healing Through Art workshop, a new sense of purpose fills their heart. They've witnessed firsthand how creativity can serve as a powerful tool for healing and connection. And this experience ignites a fire within them to continue expanding their community initiatives. Inspired by the participants' willingness to share their stories and explore their emotions through art, Jamie begins to brainstorm additional workshops that can delve deeper into the healing process. They realize that, while art is a crucial outlet, there's also a profound need for discussions surrounding mental health and emotional well-being. Jamie decides to plan a series of panels featuring guest speakers who can share insights into various mental health topics: anxiety, depression, self-care, and resilience. They envision these panels not just as lectures, but as interactive discussions where participants can engage, ask questions, and share their own experiences. Excited about this new direction, Jamie reaches out to local mental health professionals and advocates to participate. They are thrilled when Dr. Maya agrees to lead the first panel on self-care strategies. As Jamie collaborates with her, they emphasize the importance of creating an open and inclusive environment where participants can feel comfortable discussing their mental health challenges without stigma. As the date for the panel approaches, Jamie feels a mix of anticipation and anxiety. They hope that the community will embrace this new initiative, understanding that these discussions can foster healing and connection on a deeper level. In the days leading up to the event, Jamie promotes it across social media, encouraging participants to come prepared with questions and topics they'd like to explore. On the day of the panel, Jamie arrives at the venue early, setting up chairs in a circle to create an intimate atmosphere. As attendees start to trickle in, Jamie welcomes each person warmly, noticing familiar faces from previous workshops, as well as some new ones. They can feel the buzz of curiosity and excitement in the air. Once everyone has settled, Jamie opens the panel by introducing Dr. Maya and expressing gratitude for her presence. They highlight the significance of having conversations about mental health and how these discussions can contribute to breaking down barriers and reducing stigma. Jamie's voice trembles slightly, but the warmth of the community around them provides comfort and reassurance. Dr. Maya begins by discussing the concept of self-care, emphasizing that it encompasses not only physical well-being, but also emotional and mental health. She encourages participants to explore what self-care looks like for them, urging them to prioritize their needs without guilt. The room feels charged with energy as attendees lean forward, eager to absorb her insights. As the conversation unfolds, Jamie feels a sense of awe at the openness of the participants. They share personal stories, moments when they struggled to prioritize self-care or face challenges in their mental health journeys. Jamie is particularly moved by a participant named Alex, who speaks candidly about his experience with burnout. He explains how he neglected his emotional well-being in pursuit of career success, and how that led to feelings of isolation and despair. In response, Dr. Maya validates Alex's experience, highlighting the societal pressures many face to achieve and succeed. She gently reminds everyone that self-care is not a luxury, but a necessity, one that allows individuals to recharge and reconnect with themselves. Jamie can see nods of understanding among the attendees, a shared recognition of the struggle to balance personal needs with external expectations. The discussion naturally flows into practical strategies for self-care. Dr. Maya encourages participants to create personalized self-care plans that incorporate activities they enjoy, whether it's journaling, spending time in nature, or engaging in creative pursuits. Jamie watches as participants take notes, clearly inspired to develop their own self-care routines. As the conversation deepens, Jamie recognizes the importance of creating space for questions and sharing. They invite attendees to voice their thoughts or ask for advice, and the room fills with dialogue. One participant, Rachel, raises her hand, sharing her struggle with feelings of inadequacy and the pressure to meet societal expectations. The vulnerability in her voice resonates deeply with many in the room. Dr. Maya responds with compassion, sharing insights on how to challenge those negative thoughts and reframe self-perception. Jamie feels a wave of gratitude for the community. This safe space where individuals can openly explore their emotions, fears, and hopes without judgment. They realize that by facilitating these discussions, they are helping to cultivate an environment that fosters growth and healing. As the panel continues, Jamie encourages everyone to take a moment for self-reflection. They invite participants to jot down 3 self-care practices they'd like to incorporate into their lives, emphasizing the importance of starting small and being gentle with themselves. The room fills with quiet contemplation, and Jamie feels a sense of fulfillment, knowing they are providing tools that can lead to positive change. As the panel draws to a close, Jamie invites everyone to share one takeaway from the discussion. The responses are heartfelt and profound. Participants express gratitude for the insights gained, the sense of community felt, and the courage to prioritize their well-being. Jamie's heart swells with joy as they witness the bonds forming between individuals, connections rooted in shared experiences and the collective desire to heal. With the event wrapping up, Jamie feels a renewed sense of purpose. They know that this is just the beginning of a long-term journey toward fostering mental health awareness and support within the community. Inspired by the panel's success, Jamie is already brainstorming future topics and events, eager to continue creating spaces where vulnerability is embraced and healing is celebrated. As participants begin to leave, Jamie is approached by Rachel, who expresses her appreciation for the event. "I've never felt so seen and understood," she says, her voice filled with emotion. Jamie feels a rush of warmth, knowing that their efforts are making a real difference in people's lives. They exchange contact information, encouraging Rachel to stay connected and continue her journey of self-discovery and healing. Driving home after the panel, Jamie reflects on the incredible conversations and connections that unfolded. They feel a profound sense of fulfillment, knowing they are contributing to a movement centered around authenticity, creativity, and mental well-being. The road ahead is filled with possibilities, and Jamie is more determined than ever to continue nurturing this vibrant community, fostering connections that uplift and empower each individual on their unique journey. As days turn into weeks, Jamie's commitment to fostering mental health awareness and creative expression within their community deepens. The success of the panel ignites a spark that drives Jamie to expand their vision even further. They realize that beyond workshops and panels, there's a longing for sustained support and connection, an ongoing journey rather than isolated events. Inspired by this realization, Jamie starts to brainstorm the idea of a community art exhibit that highlights personal stories of resilience and healing. Jamie envisions this exhibit as a platform for individuals to showcase their artistic expressions while sharing their personal narratives. It's an opportunity to amplify voices and experiences that often go unheard, creating a mosaic of resilience that reflects the strength of the community. Excited by the prospect, Jamie reaches out to participants from past workshops, inviting them to contribute their artwork and stories. The response is overwhelmingly positive, with individuals expressing eagerness to be part of this transformative project. Jamie feels a sense of exhilaration as they gather submissions, paintings, photographs, poems, and mixed media pieces, each telling a unique story of struggle and triumph. The range of creativity and emotion displayed is nothing short of breathtaking, reaffirming Jamie's belief in the power of art to heal. As the date for the exhibit approaches, Jamie dedicates themselves to organizing the event. They scout for a suitable venue and collaborate with local businesses and artists to create an immersive experience. Jamie envisions an evening filled with not just art, but also live performances, workshops, and open discussions. They want the event to foster connection, allowing attendees to engage with the artwork and with one another on a deeper level. In the days leading up to the exhibit, Jamie's excitement is palpable, but so is the pressure. They question whether they can pull off such a large-scale event successfully. They remind themselves of the community's enthusiasm and support, reassuring themselves that this is a collective effort, not a solo endeavor. Jamie reaches out for help, inviting volunteers from the community to assist with setup and logistics. The spirit of collaboration shines through as friends and participants rally together, fueled by a shared passion for the cause. On the day of the exhibit, Jamie arrives early to oversee the final touches. The venue is transformed into a vibrant space filled with art and stories, each piece resonating with emotion and meaning. As attendees begin to arrive, Jamie feels a rush of gratitude for the community that has rallied around this project. They welcome each person with warmth, sensing the excitement and curiosity in the air. As the exhibit officially opens, Jamie takes a moment to reflect on the journey that led them here. They remember the early days of uncertainty, the struggles to find their footing, and the transformative power of vulnerability and connection. Now, standing in a room filled with creativity and shared stories, Jamie feels an overwhelming sense of fulfillment. Throughout the evening, attendees wander through the exhibit, pausing to engage with the artwork and read the accompanying narratives. Jamie observes people moving from piece to piece, their expressions shifting as they resonate with the stories being told. They witness connections forming, conversations sparked by shared experiences, laughter, and tears flowing as individuals open up about their own journeys. Jamie feels a particular sense of joy when they see Sam's artwork displayed prominently. His mixed media collage captures the essence of his growth, and the accompanying story reflects his journey of overcoming self-doubt and embracing vulnerability. Jamie approaches him as he stands admiring his work, feeling proud of the progress he's made. "This is incredible, Sam," Jamie says, beaming with pride. "Your story is powerful, and it resonates with so many people." Sam's eyes shine with gratitude, and Jamie can see how much this moment means to him. As the evening unfolds, Jamie hosts a panel discussion where selected participants share their stories behind the artwork. The room fills with emotion as each person speaks from the heart, recounting their struggles and triumphs. Jamie feels a deep sense of connection to everyone present, knowing they are all part of something larger, a community built on empathy, creativity, and resilience. As the panel wraps up, Jamie opens the floor for questions and encourages attendees to share their own reflections. The conversation flows organically, with individuals offering support and encouragement to one another. Jamie feels a surge of gratitude for the vulnerability and openness that permeate the room, reinforcing their belief in the transformative power of connection. As the exhibit draws to a close, Jamie gathers everyone for a final reflection. They express gratitude for the courage each person displayed by sharing their art and stories. "This evening has shown us the beauty of vulnerability and the strength we find in community," Jamie says, their voice filled with emotion. "Let's continue to support one another, to share our stories, and to create spaces where we can express ourselves freely." With that, Jamie invites everyone to stay connected beyond the exhibit. They encourage participants to exchange contact information, to form support groups, and to keep nurturing the relationships they've built. Jamie feels a sense of hope wash over them, knowing that this community has the potential to continue growing and evolving together. As the attendees begin to leave, Jamie is approached by Rachel once more. "Thank you for creating this space," she says, her eyes shining with appreciation. "It's given me the courage to embrace my story." Jamie smiles, feeling the weight of gratitude for the impact their work is having. Driving home that night, Jamie reflects on the incredible journey they've undertaken. They realize that the pain of losing their way while chasing approval has transformed into the joy of nurturing a community grounded in authenticity and healing. They're filled with a renewed sense of purpose and determination to continue this journey. As they pull into their driveway, Jamie feels a sense of fulfillment and excitement for what lies ahead. They know that this is just the beginning of a movement, one that encourages individuals to embrace their stories, share their truths, and uplift one another in the process. Jamie feels ready to tackle the next chapter, committed to nurturing creativity and connection in a world that often tries to silence voices and stories. In a world where so many of us feel the pressure to conform, to chase after approval, it's vital to remember that our stories matter. Each of us carries unique experiences that deserve to be shared and celebrated. As you reflect on your own journey, consider, what stories have you been holding back? What parts of yourself do you long to express? Join us in this movement of authenticity and healing. Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's continue this conversation together. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you can stay updated on our journey of connection and creativity. Together we can create a space where every voice is heard and valued. What will you share today?